Hello, it's Sunday. I'm probably gonna have 80,000 hot flashes. It's hot today. Ooh, shoot. There we go. Ooh, got my knitting. Been working on the sock. I can hear John in the kitchen. Hopefully, you guys can't. Hello. How are you, Teresa? Hello, Carrie. How are you? My goodness. Hello, Julia and Dreamweaver. I think it's Sandy, right? That's Dreamweaver. Carrie just asked how was my visit yesterday. We had 4 out of 5 of our kids here, like with their people that come with them, and it was great. But you know what? It's hard not to worry about your adult kids, isn't it? Hello, Kenzie and Sunny and June said, greetings. I hope you are well and feeling good. I'm good, but I'm having a million hot flashes. I'm so sorry if it happens. I'm just going to keep going. Hello, Chris. She said, I hate it when I lose sight of a sewing needle. Uh-oh. My gosh, my mom broke one off in her foot once and had to go to the hospital. Hello, Lori and Joanne and say, okay, good. I got it right. Yeah. What a day. Hello, Christina. It's gorgeous here too. It's just quite warm and a bit humid. Carrie said I worry constantly. You know, this is for people who have like younger adult children just getting started out in the world. This is a hard time because the world is so, we all know how it is in this moment, and just getting started out in the world is very hard right now. So, hello, Crystal, Bonnie, Deb, Lisa, evening from a windy autumny Scotland. What are you talking about? I'm just getting tomatoes finally. Eileen said, hi, Trish. Hi, everybody. Good to see you. Hello, hello. Hello, Cindy. I know, Chris. It got infected. It was crazy. She was so mad at my sister. My sister was the one who dropped it. Julia said, since I wrote here last, I have spun my first sweater amount of long draw spin. Rock star. That is exciting, isn't it? Elizabeth, hey, y'all. Elizabeth got fleeces. Was I not supposed to tell? I probably shouldn't have taken away your thunder. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to, but Elizabeth got fleeces. Danielle said, hi, everyone. What is everyone working on today? I brought my sock. Is it Ghislaine? Please correct me if that's not correct. She said, hello, everyone. First time. Welcome. Carrie said, I can't believe how much of our daughter's paycheck goes just to rent. I know, it's just a hard time to get started. And I can't even compare it to when I did, I don't want to say like, wow, when I got started out in the world, my rent was this much because it's just like apples and oranges right now. Andrea said, hi, everyone. We're finally back in Denver. Hi, Jerry. Good to see you. Hello, Sally. Eileen said, finish my second sleeve of her first spindle spun cardigan whilst doing a bit more natural dyeing. I saw your dyeing pictures, Eileen. Oh, my goodness. Hello, Craft Design. Carrie said, hi to Elizabeth. Looks like you had fun at the Fiber Festival. Crystal said, I'm working on 4-ply. Ooh, picked up Dark Academia. Elizabeth said, you can tell. Why would I mind? You all are going to be seeing them for the majority of the year. I don't want to steal your thunder. Chantel said, knitting a mitered square blanket. Hello, Rachel. Good morning from the hurricane-soaked desert. Uh-oh. Chris said, oh, that one is still lost, but I found another. Oh, gosh, that was lost. Uh-oh. Sandy said, been working on socks for my grandchildren by request. Okay, Ghislaine said, close enough. Sorry. I know it's a French name. I'm just not exactly sure how to pronounce it correctly. So, and I want to get it right. Elizabeth said, no. Is that Arizona Sunset? No, this is an older one. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I could go back and look. Bonnie said I'm knitting an 1890s waistcoat. Interesting. Oh my gosh, that reminds me. I know some of you probably aren't on TikTok, but there is a TikTok account I've been following that I'm obsessed with called the Pethericks. They bought a convent, I think it was from the 1770s, and they're restoring it, and I am obsessed. Sally's working on a shrug. Rania said, hello everyone, I just remembered. Welcome. Julie said, sewing up the sides of a bound weave tote bag I just finished on the loom. That is cool. Susie, we've missed you. She said, I actually caught a live. Well, I think we've missed you. Laura said, nearing the end of my kitchen towel project on my rigid heddle loom. That's exciting. I've been planning on winding bobbins for new towels all week, and I've gotten the yarn out, and that's it. Please tell me I'm not the only one. Kathy said, hi everyone, I just finished dish towels and will now warp up some scarves to weave. That sounds really fun. Scarves sound so fun right now. What? Hello, Rox. Eileen said, Bonnie, that sounds intriguing. Hello, Tracy. Eileen said the Pethericks are on YouTube. I'm going to check them out. I'm dying to see the whole episodes. Oh my gosh. I know I don't have the skills nor the patience nor the opportunity to do something like that, but it's like, it seems like such a dream to do something along those lines. John has a lot of the right skills, but we're getting a little older to do something like that, but it's just so fun to watch. Carrie said, I've been reading a Victorian English mystery series and I'm getting way too interested in the fashion. Well, maybe historical fashion will be your thing. Susie said, I'm knitting a pair of vanilla socks. I'm almost done with them. Excuse me. Shelley said, hello all. Hope everyone is having a great day. I will be warping for a scarf today. I have a bunch of neglected sari silk to use. Andrea said, I'm working on a Dungannon shawl that I started on my Germany trip. Only about 18 rows to go, but they're getting longer and longer. That's awesome. Elizabeth's going to warp too. Hang on, wait. She said, keep getting hijacked for other projects. Yes, same. Susie said, my next project will be casting on the Ease sweater by Alicia Plummer with a yak silk merino blend. Rox is knitting up swatches from a color blending experiment. Oh, good. She did with a drum carder. I always find those so educational. Jerry said if she finished the 6 towel she was weaving and plied all to Jacob. Wow, you've been busy for a sweater, now working on the never-ending socks. Hi, Amy, welcome. Rita said I bought an 8-shaft table loom last week. Woo! Christina said I'm working on crocheting a shawl in the hammock in the shade. That sounds good. Hello, Cheryl from Saskatchewan. She's knitting on socks. Eileen said I had to look up one of your videos this week, Roxanne. I needed a reminder on how to do tubular bind off. Ghislaine said I'm finishing a crocheted afghan while I wait for my loom to arrive. It's supposed to be there on Wednesday. That is very exciting. Carrie said I do have a book on Victorian lace patterns. I was thinking about crocheting lace for the dresses for the doll. I can't find this book. I used to have a book that was 100 lace edgings or something like that, and I don't think I have it anymore. I'm thinking I sold it. And then I even looked on Amazon for it and couldn't find it. Lori said knitting socks on 9-inch circular needle. That's pretty fun. I always watch people do that, and I'm kind of amazed how you can knit with just those short little tips. Marie said, hi everyone, did anyone go to the Fiber Fest? How was it? Elizabeth went, I know that. Elizabeth said congrats to Rita, that's exciting. Rita said it won't be here till after back surgery, so I'll have to wait till I weave on it. Okay. Carrie said I'm working on the night shift. You're welcome for the earworm. Hello, Abir. Kenzie said finishing the second sleeve of my Press Flowers pullover by Amy Christophers. I don't know why I can't say it. Julia said, I'm knitting a sweater with my own hand-dyed, hand-spun yarn, own pattern too. Wow, this spinning adventure has made me feel so adventurous. That's awesome, though. Danielle said, I've gotten 300 grams of rough Romney in a second wash. I can only do tiny bits at a time. Sometimes that's the best way anyway, Danielle, because then you can really get it clean. Angel said, I just purchased materials to make a blending board. So excited to play with blending various fibers. I've been spinning heaps of fleece and a change will be nice. I like a change. Carrie said, oh, that would be such a cool detail. I just figured then I could do exactly what I want. Because it's hard to find tiny little lace and I want it to be really small sometimes. You know, it's just never that scale, if that makes sense. Susie said Around the Corner Crochet Borders is a great book. Okay, I'll look for that. Rita's knitting on a color sweater. Cindy said working on the leaf tunic by knitting for all of lots of different counter. Okay, I'm confused. Is going on at the same time. Trying to keep it all straight. Counter, I'm reading it again. Working on the by knitting for all. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. Sometimes I can figure out. Elizabeth said to Carrie, you're too funny. Hello, Terry. Hello, Athena. Oh, knitting for Olive. Got it. Okay. Carrie said, I didn't go to the Fiber Fest. I'm really curious about how many vendors they had. I'm quite curious too. I believe Sarah was there. Yes, she's talking about it. Because she lives pretty close, if I remember correctly. Amy said, I'm processing raw mohair for the first time. Suggestions of what to blend it with. Oh, I'll look there, Sally. Thank you. That's a good idea. I didn't even think about that. Sarah said, hello, my daughter and I had a good time at the Fiber Fest. Ended up with 15 cakes of yarn, 3 pounds for $7 at the weaving shop in Allegan. That's awesome. So you went there as well, over to Baker Lofts? Not Baker Lofts, is it? Baker weaving? I don't know. And spinning? Athena said, I just came in from a long day felting a fleece into a rug. Ooh. She said, it is evening here. Wow, that was hard work. I bet. Abir said, still in Toronto. I'm sitting on the balcony escaping some annoying housewife show my sister is watching. Which one is it, Abir? Hello, Kathia. Tracy said, I have a question for the group. Would some of you be interested in getting some unwashed alpaca? I was gifted a bunch in return for creating a couple hanks that will be used in a charity auction. That's so nice. Lisa said, oh, Athena, I have some lovely Hebridean fleece. I'd like to try felt. Gotta find something to back them with first. I'm fascinated by that. The felted back rugs. I'm fascinated. Lisa said, you're in the best place, Abir. You know, I guess I'm just fascinated by a lot of that stuff. Julia said, Amy, I've spun a blend of 50% BFL, 25 mohair, 25 silk, and that was wonderful to spin. Elizabeth said to Carrie, I feel like it was a bit better than last year. Fewer empty spaces, but I only went in the main expo building because I threw my back out last week and was being careful. Oh my goodness. Hello, Peg. She said, hi, everyone. First time commenting. I'm working on the night shift too. Welcome. Welcome. Abir said, how can I tell, Trish, they all sound the same? You're so right. You're right. Except I feel like the Jersey one sounds a little different. It's always like at an 11. You know what I mean? Oh, Sarah said, yes, they were having quite a sale on their weaving yarn, plus had to wish for one of their looms. I've never been in there. Can you believe that? Carrie said, I hope your back heals quickly. What do you want? What do you want a video on, Lisa? Lisa said, Trish, can you do me a video, please? Of what? Yes, of course. Of saying tomatoes? Our tomatoes did horribly this year. I'm very disappointed in them. Athena said, I used 23 micron merino top for the back of the rug. That was advised to me and it worked great. Don't know about the rest of it, but the back was not a problem. I really do want to make one of those sometime. I hate to say that because it'll probably be 5 years before I ever do it. Chris said, I found the needle. Good. I'll put a photo on the Facebook page, but I can't explain how this happened. John usually tells me to use a magnet if I lose a needle. Just a little trick that might help somebody someday. Lisa said, oh, cool, Athena, thank you. I wasn't sure about using top, but we'll give it a go now. Oh, make you a video on the rug. Got it. I really want to do it someday. It would be good if I made a video, right? Because that would save having to whatever. Do you do it while the fleece is raw, Athena? Or do you wash it first? Is it raw and then you wash it? So interesting. Elizabeth said, thanks, Carrie. It would probably get better faster, except now I have 3 fleeces to wash. I hurt mine like 2 weeks ago, and I've been trying to work out a lot more because it helps me feel a little bit better. And I was kind of like, I had to take a week off from working out and do yoga only, and I realized that I'm getting old. There is nothing like taking up yoga again to make you feel old all of a sudden. Yeah, Lisa said, Trish, I meant a video on rug felting, but tomatoes sound good too. Oh. Abir said to Lisa, are you the merino enthusiast or am I wrong? Hello, Tammy. Okay. Athena said, yes, very, very dirty. So you leave it dirty and intact, and then you felt the back with, maybe I will do it someday. You never know. Rita said, on the mohair question, how are you going to process it? I find combing it the easiest, and you can blend it that way. Oh, did I miss the mohair question? Lisa said, not even sure, Abir. I have been keen on merino, but have been swinging to more local fleeces. Oh, Abir said, Trish, thanks for the last video washing fleece. You answered a few questions for me. You're welcome. I've done it a lot. I mean, I've washed fleece so many times, but I tried more this time to like go a little slower and really explain why I do each thing the way I do it. You know. Kathy said, I noticed the star next to my name fell off. I looked to what happens, and it turns out my credit card canceled me. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Well, I mean, I hope that gets worked out. Chris said, oh, Trish, that's what happened. It stuck to the scissors. He's smart like that. You know how if roofers come and work at your house, they run a magnet around to pick up anything they may have dropped so that you don't end up with it in your foot? Lisa said, do you guys have the same expression that we do? Old age doesn't come alone. I haven't heard that. I have heard old age isn't for wimps. That's true. I was like trying to get into pigeon pose, which I used to be very, very flexible like my whole life, even if I didn't do yoga. And I'm telling you, I was trying to get into pigeon and it wasn't good. Helene said, I just started a chair yoga class and I don't feel that old. There are lots of older than me people there. That's probably good then. Elizabeth said, I heard it by weeding the landscaping for 10 minutes and then carrying 3 1-gallon paint cans from the car to the garage at the same time. I felt really old too. I mean, a 1-gallon paint can is heavy. Amy said, Rita, I have combs and cards, but wasn't sure which one to use. Thank you for the suggestion. Chris asked if scissors are magnetic. I have had magnetic scissors before, but I don't think they all are. Lori said, does anyone know how to process raw camel? I have some and need to clean it. So I would treat it like llama. They are related. And the wool is very similar, except for the camel that I've had was like down and it was a lot shorter. You know what I mean? Let's see. Athena said, after felting, I went to my bathtub to wash it. It is better. There is still some VM in it. I'm still trying to get it out. I mean, it's probably going to take time, right, for that to come out. Did anybody else go to Michigan Fiber Fest? Elizabeth and Sarah. Is that it for who's here right now? I kind of seriously considered going today, but then I would have missed the live. And after yesterday, I was honestly tired. The night before everybody came, I didn't sleep very much. Nothing was wrong. I just don't sleep very much sometimes. And so by the end of the, I guess, family party, I was so tired. I don't even remember what happened in like the last half hour. So, Kathy has said, sorry, Trish, don't be sorry. Please don't be sorry. I mean, we'll be glad to have you back, but don't be sorry. Hello, Lana. Crystal said you can make magnetic scissors, run a magnet over the blade in one direction till magnetized. Maybe I accidentally magnetized mine. I don't know. Let's see. Crystal said I accidentally magnetized the tips of my scissors all the time. Oh, here we go. Athena said the rug fleece was supposed to be ivory but turned out more yellowish than I would like. Is there a magic trick to make it lighter? Okay. I've seen this question a lot. I would want to take a look at it, Athena. Are you in the Facebook group? Can you post a picture? Because there is sometimes a little bit of what you can do, and then I've seen people post suggestions that can be kind of risky as far as like possible damage. It makes me nervous when I see those things, but I would like to see it, before, oh my gosh, before I say. It's hard to pick, I would imagine, a fleece to felt, especially because you don't wash it first. Oh my gosh. Abir said I'm planning to attend a Fiberfest in Barrie, Ontario next Saturday, and tribe members heading to Barrie. Anybody coming? She said it's a long shot, but I think the answer is no. We do have a lot of people in Ontario. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, you guys. It's just hot here. Athena said, yes, thanks a lot. I will post it in the Facebook group. Yeah, I'd really like to see it. Kathia asked, does purple shampoo work? I would be interested in that. Did you save any locks? That's another question too, Athena. Did everything that you have for that fleece go into the felted piece, or do you still have some separate? Because you could test things on the separate locks. I'm telling you. So I said this real early on when we were just getting going, and I know we have a bunch more people here, but is anyone else worrying about their like younger adult kids just getting started out in the world right now? Oh, good. Okay. Cheryl said, just got the notice you are live. Just now? We have a big group. Let me see. I'm just looking if I got the notice. I did. Oh my goodness, guys. This is awful. Athena said, yes, I pulled some edging off the fleece and I can test. That is probably really going to help you. Tracy said I would be interested in gifting some of the alpaca that I was given. I have more than I can process. I don't know yet the quality of the fleece. And she said, I am hoping, I think she got cut off probably. Angela said, speaking of exercise, have decided that spinning on my double treadle is almost as good an exercise as riding a bike and is much safer at my old age. I stretch the right or left to grab fiber. There you go. I like it. Abir said, I'm worried about my younger siblings. Yeah. I feel like there's nothing we can do. I mean, Rita said, yes, my grandchildren, my kids are pretty well established. Oh, hello, Rhonda. Eileen says 68 here. Don't forget to hit like. That's right, you guys. If you can, please hit the like. It helps. Lisa said, my daughter's car just died, but bless her, she has been saving and has managed to get another car. It's so hard to save. It is so hard right now. Carrie said we worry a lot about our middle kid who doesn't understand that credit scores and savings are really important for their future. It's so hard right now for them, though. Elizabeth said, yes, my oldest and middle kids will both be graduating in the spring, and it's looking scary out there. Shelley said, Tracy, I would love it. Good, you guys, I love that. Tracy, thank you for being willing to do that. I just love that. I love to see our group like sharing stuff like that. Andrea said, yes, on the adult kids. Part of our trip to Alabama was moving my oldest 24 down there for more job opportunities and lower cost of living. Andrea, where are you again? I'm trying to remember. Also, I just saw that your Tumblr shipped. They took longer because they were out for a little while. Because I ordered one too, and I'm like, when's my Tumblr gonna ship? I can't wait. It's good to see you too, Rhonda. I think about you a lot. I wonder how you guys are doing. Rita said, you have to let them learn their way. It's hard, I know. Oh, yeah. I do think about that too. Ghislaine said, my honey got me a neck fan on Amazon that is rechargeable and helps me a lot with my hot flashes. You know, they were worse. We were just talking about this. Like, they used to be worse, and John would do anything to help. He wanted to move a fan in here, but if the fan is blowing across the mic, it's very weird, so I can't have a fan with me in here. Chantel said, my daughter just had my second grandbaby, and I worry 24/7. Gary said, thanks, Eileen. I needed that reminder today. Denver, that's right. That's so far. My goodness. Andrew said, cool, thanks, I was wondering. Yeah, it's looking like they're going to have like none in stock for the rest of the year, or they're not guaranteeing them that they're going to have them in stock for the rest of the year. Tracy said, it's very hard on newly adult kids. It's so much harder to get started in adult life these days. Yeah. Lana said 99 here in Oklahoma right now. That's way hotter than here. With a heat index of 111, supposed to get up to 117 heat index. Wow. Tammy said, I love the neck fan. Julie said, I have a rechargeable neck fan. You guys are crazy. I love it. Lisa said, mind you, I sometimes think my daughter more grown up than me. She is the one that will be guarding my credit card when we go to Woolfest. Oh. Eileen said, hate to say it for those who hate exercise, but I think the kind of exercise all of us need most as we get older is strength training and walking. Can be fun though, but really helps. Lisa said, hi, all, been packing for a camping trip. Almost missed you all. I have, on the exercise thing, I've been doing kettlebell workouts because I definitely think I worry about the strength because, I'll be 50 next year, but like in the next 20 to 30 years, I think that is the most important for me. The strength. Rico said, hi, I just wanted to spread good vibes. Had pizza delivered and they asked, is that a functional loom? She was the first person to know what it was. I love it. Rhonda said, it's so hot. High today is supposed to be 112. We are also having fires again. Oh my gosh. Rhonda, that must be so hard. She said there was one less than 4 miles from our house. Is it out now? Is that, are you in immediate danger? I need to know. Amy said, I'll try to send my hurricane coldness your way. Andrew said we have family in Alabama, so he's not completely on his own. That is kind of nice when they're younger, just to have like someone to fall back on isn't the right word, but Rita said it's a lot harder than when I was starting out. So much harder. Hey, Kai, how are you? I saw that you've got a video out of spinning the silk hankies that you stretched yourself. I can't wait to watch it. I didn't have time yet this morning, but I'm going to. Hello, Kathy. She said, yeah, I'm live. Shelly said, yes, I do worry about the adult kiddos. Rents are ridiculously high, plus cost of living is nuts. They may need to room with others just to afford life. That's not always a bad thing, though. Abir said to Lisa, she's the designated card monitor. My mom used to ask me to do stuff like that, and I would be like, I'm not doing that. You have to control yourself. I'm sorry. Susie said, I've been walking with a couple friends 3 times a week. We do a 5K loop for our walks. That's a nice, it's a nice distance. Wow. Susie said, I'm down 6 pounds after a few weeks. That's awesome. Laura said it's only 89 degrees here in Phoenix today. We have the remnants of a tropical storm moving in. California is getting hit now. We won't get much, but we will get rain and cooler temps. I've been wondering how it's going in California. Rhonda said one of hubby's patients went out to the driveway barefoot to help his wife bring in groceries and got second-degree burns on his feet. My goodness. Angela said everyone should travel to Australia right now. We're having such a lovely temperate winter. Oh, okay. Not really. I can't. I love summer. It's just like the hot flashes on top of summer. It's a lot sometimes. Cheryl said on day 4, knitting the sock, we have the toe to do. Oh my gosh, you're up to the toe? I'm still not even close. Oh, I'm lying. I am close. Sometimes you stretch it out and it's like, wow, okay, I'm farther than I thought. Lisa said, Abir, you will need a card monitor. Kathy said we canceled our trip to Hawaii next week, sending all thoughts and prayers to those in need. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Rita said that's awful, Rhonda. Kai said it's not a full video, but it's going to happen. Oh, I see. Did I see a short? I must have seen a short on Instagram, maybe. Elizabeth said to Lisa, my son doesn't control my card, but he stands beside me and looks disapprovingly as I buy more and more fibery things. Does it help? Abir said my sister will do that on Saturday at the festival. Oh, Jerry said hit the like button, please. Please hit it if you can. Lisa said LOL, Elizabeth. Thank you, Rita. Lana said it's flooding in Las Vegas. Oh my gosh, I didn't hear that. She said from that storm, and they're not even getting the heavy rain yet. The desert floods so much. Thanks, Amy. Rock said walking has really been helpful to me for lower back pain. I wasn't sleeping well because of it. Feel better, sleep better, and overall not feeling as old. Rhonda said last I heard the fire was 60% contained. We are not in immediate danger. That must be really hard though. Crystal said, y'all are sounding like you need the cash only. Oh, does anyone else feel called out? That was part of the reason why I didn't go to the Michigan Fiber Fest too. I mean, we just spent some money to move the dyeing space. You guys also, after the video Tuesday, I would love suggestions on what I should call it. I had a thought, but we'll see. So I'm feeling like I shouldn't spend money like that. You know? Rita said, Elizabeth, my son just shakes his head and laughs. Okay, so Lisa said, good plan, Crystal, about the cash only. Abir said, I'm cash only. It's easier. When I run out, I'm done. I mean, that is so smart. Like, such a responsible way to budget. Lana said, my mom finally finished the pair of socks that she started when my dad went into the hospital in November. It took her a while to get back into knitting. Yeah, after my dad passed away. I think that happens to a lot of people. They lose, like, wanting to do things that they like. It just doesn't feel good. I'm glad to hear that she's back doing that thing that she loves. Athena said, how do you like your new dye space? Right now, I love it. Tuesday, I'll show you guys all of it. Eileen said, I avoid fiber festivals, but hard to avoid online shopping. So hard. So difficult. Laura said, my daughter had a fire right across the street from her veterinarian clinic in Austin. It didn't cross the street, but it burned a lot of ground in one apartment complex. Oh. Crystal said, I'm a cash-only gal. I also have a troll that is really good with the word no when I lose my mind over things. Rhonda said, it has been rough. It started on Friday, and none of us have been sleeping well because we can smell the smoke. I'm sure. That makes me feel really bad. That must be so scary. Abir said, Eileen, I hear you online is interesting. Julie said, since we're talking about feeling old, I am sure you all enjoy this. My mind thinks I'm 25. My body thinks my mind is an idiot. Oh, try some pigeon pose and come back and tell me you feel. Danielle said, when I go to New York, sheep and wool, I'm writing a wish list rather than an actual budget. For example, breeds I want to try spinning. So how does that, do you still use the list, or do you just say like no budget, I'm gonna get all the things on my list? How do you do it? Because one of the things I struggle with when I go to those places is that I don't plan ahead, and then I see things and I just go. You know what I mean? And then I get it home and I'm like, okay. Oh, excuse me, sir. Abir said, oh yeah, your new space has a lovely view. Congratulations. Thank you. Rhonda said, Laura, that is very scary. It's so hard to see your neighbors lose anything. Andrew said, we're going to the Salida. Is it Salida or Salida? Fiberfest September 8th through 11th for our 30th wedding anniversary. Hubby is so patient. I don't need anything except a drum Carter. It's a cute, fun little town. Eileen said, so sorry to hear, Rhonda. I feel for you. Lana said, a beer online is very dangerous to the pocketbook too. Rock said, seems like your dye studio has a side or a view of a barn. How about the barnyard dye studio? Maybe Bamyard was a barnyard. Both of them are good. Dye studio. Danielle said, this is going to be my first time there, so we'll see. That is so exciting. I still have a rental for New York Sheep and Wool, but I'm also still feeling like I really shouldn't spend the money, so I can't swear that I'm going to be there, but I want to. That's where I am right now. It's like I really, really want to, because I feel like it is like Disneyland for all of us, you know? But I'm feeling really guilty about spending the money. So we'll see what happens. Carrie said, I go with a small shopping list because otherwise I get overwhelmed. It is overwhelming, isn't it? And then it's like you can't see anything because you're overwhelmed and you see it all. Kai said, trying to save money for tons of wool yarn to weave yardage for a kilt, but I want to buy stuff at New York Sheep and Wool. 62 days. I am counting. This gal. And John definitely can't go with me this time. It'll just be me and Lou. I can't take him to the festival, obviously. Rita said, you're still recovering from your fire. Exactly. Rhonda said, Dallas-Fort Worth Fiberfest is September 14th through 17th. She signed up to take a sweater class. Really looking forward to it. Are you staying there? You must be, right? It's not close enough that you could drive. Are you going to stay there? Maybe, I don't know. Abir said, what's the must-visit fiber show? I would love to hear you guys' opinions on that. If you could, like, only go to one, but you definitely could go to one in 2024, what is the one that you would pick? Whether you've been to any or not, what is the one? Rita said, any fiber show. Danielle said, I'm taking my mom with me, and she'll do her best to keep me in check. Rhonda said Rhinebeck is on her bucket list. The only ones I've been to, let me think. I've been to New York. I've been to Maryland twice. And Rhinebeck twice. And then I've been to Michigan quite a few times. And I think that's it. Of those three, if it was like I could only pick one, but I could definitely pick one, I would pick Rhinebeck. But that's me. Teresa and Chantel both said SAF. I haven't had the chance to do SAF yet, so I don't know about SAF. Laura said I was looking at, and this year it's the same weekend as Rhinebeck, right? Laura said, I was looking at pictures of sheep on the internet and fell in love with the cutest Carrie Hill sheep. My daughter's name is Carrie Hill. No way. So she just got 8 ounces of it off at Etsy from the UK yesterday. That is so cool. Rita said Rhinebeck is on her list. Carrie said I'd want to go to Black Sheep because it's in Oregon. Kim said my ideal fiber show would be one where it's cool enough to actually wear a wool thing I made. Elizabeth said Rhinebeck would be one, since that seems like a dream. You're planning on SAF in October. That's the same weekend though. Danielle said I would love to go Knit City, Vancouver, also because I'd love to go to the West Coast here in Canada. That's a good reason though, if it's a place that you want to travel to. Rico said, will my sweater strangle me if I don't increase X evenly exactly, or should I stop stressing? Definitely stop stressing. How visible is the increase? Where is it? Is it like from the neck down to tell me, I need to know where it is, how visible it is. Abir said the only reason I'm going to the one in Barrie is that it's the only one that's happening whilst she's there. Eileen said the only time I went to a yarn festival this year in March, it was pretty easy for me to buy too much, not to buy too much, as 95% was superwash merino with or without nylon and hardly any interesting. Wow, that's interesting. June said Black Sheep. Lana said Rhinebeck, but whichever one. Oh, you would be there. That's so sweet. Elizabeth said, yes, I don't know who messed up the planning for SAF and Rhinebeck to be at the same time. It's kind of a bummer. Michelle said, peekaboo. Hello. Good to see everyone and hoping your week has been lovely. Chris said, that's a great question. I'm reeling myself in because I'm realizing that if I could only go to one, but I could go to any one I wanted to, I would go to an overseas one. Like I would go to Edinburgh, or I would go to Shetland or something like that. I would go to another country. Susie said, I have so many things I want to do. I would love to do the Alaskan knitting retreat someday. Is that at one of the boat ones where they like cruise? Rhonda said it's a 3-hour drive. So yes, I'm staying there. I'll arrive on Wednesday, take my class Thursday. Vendor Hall opens Friday morning, and then I have to be in Austin Friday night for hubby's professional conference. That works out though, right? Sounds kind of nice. Oh, Tammy said Black Sheep and Fiber Fusion. Athena said I would like to go to Weaver's Markt in the Netherlands. I'm sure it's not pronounced that way, but I'm doing my best. Next year, I've heard good things about it. Chris said, Rhonda or any techs in here, have y'all been to any of the 3 Texas wool and fiber festivals? Kai said CNY Fiber, it's small, but he loves it. Not too overwhelming. You can see everything in one day, and they have everything from sheepdogs to spindles for sale. Also not busy. Abir said, before I left home, collected all the merino and stuffed it in one bag. Now comes the hard question. What do I do with it? Do you have to wash it? Carrie said, I didn't even think about going outside the U.S. That makes it, see? Shelley said, I just went to my first fiber show this year. That's exciting. Joe is going to SAF for the first time. Only problem, her friend is going with, the friend I'm going with is a nurse, and she's taking care of patients with COVID. Oh, no. Lana said, I heard that Shetland is a must-see. Teresa said, that's why I'm skipping SAF. I think more vendors will choose New York over SAF, so hopefully next year. Lisa said, how much merino? Susie said, yes, the Alaska retreat is a cruise. I think I've seen that. She said, yes, when I went to Interweave Yarn Fest this year, I bought all my yarn intentionally. All yarn purchased was sweater quantities for 3. Lana said, on the Shetland Isles. Rock said, I think I'd go to Maryland's fiber show because I've heard it's more focused on spinning and breeds, while Rhinebeck sounds more like dyed yarn. I don't think I would say that. There is a huge fiber sale at Rhinebeck. It's at least as big as Maryland. It's bigger, I think, but I'm not really sure because when I have been to Maryland, they have a certain barn where they sell the fleeces. And at Rhinebeck, it's all inside this much bigger area. So it's kind of hard to compare. But I wouldn't say that. Eileen said, made me sad too, as merino is not a sheep that is farmed in the UK. So it is all imported wool when British farmers get rubbish price for their wool. Wow. I wonder why that is. Kim said, oh, the one I want to go is Australia Sheep and Wool Show, supposedly the biggest in the world. Also, it's in July, but in the Southern Hemisphere, it's winter. Perfect. Oh, Elizabeth said, Teresa, that's a good point. Rhonda said, Chris, I went to Yellow Rose this year. Try to hit Dallas Fort Worth every year. I don't think I've been to Texas Fleece and Fiber. Carrie said, I bet New Zealand has amazing fests. Abir said, no, it's merino top ready for spinning. It's all the merino. Oh, okay. From the beginning of my. Oh, I see. Shelley said, I will be going to the Black Sheep Fiber Fest again next year. I love that it's so close. Loved it. Chris said, Rhonda, I've never been to any. Are they worth a trip from Louisiana? Eileen said, spin and knit it up, Abir. Yeah. Are you saying you don't want to spin it, Abir? Or are you just trying to decide how to spin it? Rita said, I've been to Sav the last 2 years. We'll miss it this year because I'll be camping in Ohio. How long will you be in Ohio, Rita? Because I think right after that there is one in Ohio. Anne's not here, but she would tell us if she was here. But there's one called Great Lakes, and I want to say it's right after Rhinebeck. Rhonda said, Dallas Fort Worth Fiber Fest is worth the trip from Louisiana. Chris said, how difficult is it to get to the Shetland Islands? Are there accommodations for tourists? Guy said, I haven't done much research, but I would love to go to a festival in England or Scotland. I would too. Or Ireland, but I don't know of any in Ireland. Marilyn said, I would like to see the PEI Fiber Festival. I don't know how big it is, but I would love to visit PEI and support their small farms. Carrie said, I'm an Ashford dealer. I wonder if I could make a trip to Yes. I think yes. Tina, you got to go see them. Tina said, hello from Hurricane San Diego. How are you? She said, I came to SD just in time for a storm. Oh no. How is it, Tina? Abir said, I really don't want to spin it. Okay. I thought that might be what you were saying. Are you into felting? It would be good for felting. Lisa said, Shetland, fairly difficult to get to. Flights or ferries from Aberdeen. You'd need to fly to London first. Accommodation difficult as Shetland Wool Week huge and lots of folks go. What's the matter, buddy? Rhonda said, Chris, Yellow Rose is fairly small. Dallas Fort Worth Fiberfest is well run and beloved by many. Lana said, Chris, I have no idea. I don't even have a passport. Rita said, Great Lakes. I will look it up. Thanks. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. But if you Google, Fiberfest in Ohio, I think it'll probably come up really quickly. And I thought it was like 1 week after Rhinebeck, which is the same as SAF this year. But maybe I'm not remembering right. Chris said, Tina, how is it in San Diego? Daughter in Glendale. I have a friend in San Diego, so I've been thinking about her and her family. Abir said to Carrie that would be cool. Rhonda said, Carrie, if you go to Ashford during your trip, you absolutely could write that trip off. That's what I'm saying. Amy said, and film it for us. Amy said, Tina, I'm in San Diego too. I'm in El Cajon. Hello, cat. There's a fly in here. She said, hi, just popping in to say hello. Can't stick around too long, but thought I'd check in. Hope you're all doing okay. Hope you are. Tina said, hot and wet so far, but at least it held off till my aunt and uncle's anniversary party last night as we were outside. I posted the lightning storm the other night. Oh my goodness, I didn't see it. Hello, Karen. How's London today? I already know because Eileen told us it was 68 degrees. Elizabeth said, Great Lakes sounds correct, and I think it's usually right around then. Thank you, Elizabeth. I was thinking that you might have mentioned it before because you're not really horribly far away. You're not really close either, but Kai said if I made it to Scotland, I would take a couple days to see Harris tweed weaving. That would be pretty cool, right? Tina said, Amy, I grew up in El Cajon, actually in, I don't even know how to say it, Dehesa. Abir said, Lana, I'm just not feeling it. Some people don't like spinning merino at all. And it is definitely not my first choice. Carrie said, y'all are such good friends. Chris said, Rhonda, does the Dallas Fort Worth have sheep and or rabbits on display? I'm kind of curious about that one myself. Lisa said, hi, it's just an hour ferry trip to Harris from me, so just come stay here. Ooh, you guys, the fly. Amy said, oh wow, it's supposed to hit harder out by you. Stay safe, Tina. Oh gosh. I hope you don't get stuck there. I just knocked on my spinning wheel, the wood part. Carol, hello. She said, hello, it's hot in France. Carrie said to Abir, don't spin it. Yes, we do this for fun. If you don't like it, I really feel that way. There are other things you can do with it. You could use it for thrums. What are some other things you can do with it if you don't want to spin it? You can felt it. You could weave with it. You could weave with the top. I've seen people do it. Or you could add it to other weaving for texture. Abir said to Carrie, let's plan this. I really want to visit New Zealand. Rhonda said, Chris, no Dallas Fort Worth. The Fiberfest is at the Irving Convention Center and they don't have facilities for live animals. Merino isn't Elizabeth's fave either to spin. She said, I enjoy knitting with it though. Chris said to Lisa, we'll all be there. Can you imagine? Lana said, I would love to go to Scotland. Some of my family come from Scotland. Caitlin said, long time no see. Hello, Caitlin. Eileen said to Chris, Lisa is going to a fairly new fiber festival in September. I'm thinking I need to put that one on my calendar next year so we can hang out together. Want to come to that one. Oh. Sally said, I plan on going to the Hoosier Hills. Where's that one? Fiber Festival or the Salida. Is it Salida or Salida? One or two? Fiber Festival next year. Lisa said, you all are welcome, just not all at once. I don't blame you. It's a lot. Can you imagine? You've got a croft, right? Can't we just caravan it? Just kidding. I'm joking. I promise. Chris said, Rhonda, that's kind of what I thought, but still, do they have raw fleeces, etc.? Susie said, I frogged so many projects this year. It felt so liberating to rid myself of them. Susie, did you set out to do that? Like, how did you do it? Did you evaluate each one? Just sit down and do it? I don't mind frogging a project. Karen said, when we visited the Outer Hebrides, they let us see around the wool mill, although it was closed. Beautiful wool. Rita said, a friend in my knitting circle is in Scotland for 3 months. Nice. Chris said, bring out the calendars. Sorry, Lisa. I don't know why I'm coughing. I'm laughing. Okay, so it's Salida. I forgot which way I said it. Avir said, British Airways owes me money. A trip is possible. Rhonda said, it depends on what vendors are there. I've seen raw fleeces there before. It's not a large amount, though. Wow. Caitlin said, I'm volunteering at the Minnesota Fiber Fest on October 21st. That's a good time. I thought about volunteering with the Michigan one this year, but I'm kind of glad I didn't because, you know, it's kind of a rough time of year to spend the whole day stuck in a bunch of hot barns. Lisa said, yeah, beer, bring the merino. Good thinking, Lisa. Chris said, thanks for the info, Rhonda. I'll hopefully get there to one of them. Yes, Carrie said, I have a project that needs frogging. It is almost like getting free yarn. It's interesting because I do understand why some people feel like, oh, I already put a bunch of work into this. I should just push through and finish it. But if you're not going to like the end result, then, you know. Oh my gosh, this fly. Really? We had the doors open so much yesterday because we were all going in and out. Now we have bugs in the house. Elizabeth said, question for the travelers. Can you take unwashed fleece on a plane or do you have to mail it home to yourself? I don't know the answer to that. And I think the different countries have different rules. Bonnie said, bye. Bye, Bonnie. Abir said to Lisa, it's yours, my friend. Lisa said most of our craft is on, what does that mean? I don't know the word. McHairland, which is protected, so no caravans on our bit of island. It's not far to a proper park, though. There you go. I was kidding. Anyway, I would never impose on you like that. Kai said, I know there's some Scottish in me far down the line. I have some Pennsylvania Dutch and Orange Irish. Pennsylvania Dutch, but isn't that's actually German, right? That's interesting, Kai. Did you get a test? Chris said, Eileen, next September, that might work, UK. Rhonda said, I'll try to get pictures of the vendor hall when I go, if I'm not too confuzzled by all the pretty things. That's the problem. You get wool drunk, and you can't help yourself. You forget what you were supposed to take pictures of. It happens to me every single time. That's why my videos of Rhinebeck and the Michigan Fiber Festival are never as good as I want them to be, because I literally get there and I get like high on the wool fumes. I forget to take out my camera and I am so absorbed in what I'm doing. It's a good thing to really experience what you're doing without a camera or a phone or whatever, but it's not so great for trying to play it back. Let's see. Susie said, for the months I didn't feel like finishing, a frogging was counted as a finish just to get things off the needles. That's smart. Athena said, I sometimes need some time before and after I frog a project. It hurts my soul a bit less. Rhonda said, Elizabeth, unwashed fleece doesn't usually smell good. I'd mail it. Carrie said, over my years of crafting, I've slowly shifted from a project maker to a project maker. What I need to frog is a wingspan shawl. Gorgeous project. Oh, but you hated knitting it. I'm sorry. Abir said, is that next year to Lisa? Amy said, I got amazing cormo from Autumn Gardens, Farms and Gardens out in Ramona. I'm sorry, I got ahead of myself. Teresa said, just got here. Hello, Teresa. She said, I was cleaning the alpaca barn. Woo, lost track of time. I have also frogged something I knit from Handspun because I did not like the pattern. Bye, Lana. She said, probably should go. Gonna make my mom a project bag. That's nice. Have a good day. You too. Carrie said, you're in the moment. I'm in the moment and I'm high. Not on purpose. Caitlin said, I am mainly Swedish and Scottish and German. Lisa said, I'm heading to this year's one, which is 9th September, but there will be one next year too. That's nice. That is exciting, isn't it? It's a new one, right? Is it a new one, or was it like a reestablishment of one that used to be? Kai said, Lisa, I'll think about it. Kai's mother is also very nice. I would think she would want to go with. Eileen said, let's plan as soon as next year's dates are known. Chris and I watched a video where someone bought wool sweaters at a thrift shop and frogged off gorgeous yarn. Did they give you tips on picking the right kind of sweater? Because you can do that. Lisa said, Kai, you got enough to save for. Abir said, would love to put on my calendar for 2024 to Lisa. Lisa said, I think taking the cotton spinning class at Alpina Fiberfest is going to help me save money since it's pretty much a full day class, although I do have a small list of things I plan to purchase. That's smart. Yes, that is very smart. Rhonda said, I need to pull my sewing machine out and do some mending. I'm going to try and make some project bags while I'm at it. Do you think it's harder, Rhonda, when you have to put it away and take it back out? Do you find that you sew less? Elizabeth said, Rhonda, that's what I thought too. My sister wants me to fly to North Carolina for staff, and I prefer to drive so I can buy fleece as I see fit. Oh, without flying worries. I would think if you're staying in the U.S., you could probably put it in one of those vacuum bags, Elizabeth, because then it's not going to smell. And you can vacuum all the air out, and it'll be tiny. Abir said, Eileen, I'm on board. Jerry said, what does frog mean? It's when you unravel your project. When you just, if you tink, you're like knitting backwards and unknitting. But if you frog, you just pull your needles out and just whoosh, 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 whoosh. Teresa said, can I just say we are so lucky to have this tribe. Love you guys. I feel so lucky. Crystal said, I have harvested sweaters for yarn. Lisa said, Perth, been going a few years now. Okay. It started before Edinburgh stopped, but kind of took over after that. Okay, that makes sense. Julie said, Lisa, I just finished taking a cotton class from that same instructor that is doing the Alpina Fiber Fest. Enjoy. Was it great, Julie? Rhonda said, Elizabeth, if the drive is doable drive, then you won't be limited to what will fit in your suitcase. And you can take like wheels or whatever you want to take. Rock said there might be laws about shipping. Yes, there are laws. There are laws. You have to check them. All countries are different. Rhonda said, yes, I absolutely. So less because I have to take out my machine and put it away. Yeah. Oh, yes. Carrie said, because you rip it. Rip it. Rip it. Kai said, yes, it's German. My grandparents just know. Oh, okay. I see. They're obsessed with history, and his brother speaks. Oh, interesting. Frog comes from the sound frogs make. Rip it, rip it. Rip it. Lisa said, vacuum bagged fleece to travel with unlimited space in my camper. I used to do that to like save it, quarantine it, because, it can't, nothing can get in, nothing can get out. But I don't do that anymore. I just put it in a different place. I have to go too. It's after 3. Thanks, you guys. I really appreciate everybody being here. Tina, I hope everything's okay there. Oh yeah, if you Rita said please hit the punch the hand. Please hit the like if you don't mind, but I do have to go, you guys. So I'm going to see you guys Tuesday with a video, and the plan is next Sunday. Have a great week. Thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate it. You're the best. I love you. Bye.